whoever is watching this video, just know that you are loved, you are appreciated and valued on a much deeper molecular level than you could ever possibly imagine. And this is coming from me personally. So you may feel alone, isolated in your life, but rest assured, as someone as myself, I am an advocate for mental health, for depression. If you struggle with PTSD, trauma, negative afflictions that had occurred to you in your life, I sincerely apologize for that you had experienced what you had experienced throughout your life and your existence. Know that your mortality, you serve a greater, grander purpose above yourself, should you decide to. There are so many people who choose to live the mundane existence, still slipped inside of the matrix, day to day, shifting by, just aimlessly wandering. But then again, not all who wander are lost. So obviously, all of us, we serve a greater purpose in our lives, should we decide to. And I had to create this video as a reminder to myself, as a reminder to you personally, and allow this video to be a positive inspiration into your life. And as a Lodge brother, this is my fulfillment of my greater purpose towards a deeper awakening of humanity to a greater purpose and awakening of mankind equally, for everybody equally. As my brothers and sisters, we are aspiring to change the world every day of our lives. And my greatest passion ever since the beginning and the creation of this channel, and every video content that I put out, I put my heart, my soul, and my mind, my consciousness, my spiritual gateways and everything that I embody into my videos for a reason. And this reason is alone to change the world, to reshape, reconfigure your mind, inspire you on a much deeper perspective than you could ever imagine. And honestly, me, myself, I don't care about myself as much as I care about the rest of the world. And while, yes, I do care about myself, but it's not on a materialistic perspective or anything. I keep myself humble and grateful and content every day of my life that I'm alive. And honestly, I find myself in the greatest blessing of life to be alive. And just being able to share my positive experiences, my life journey, my spiritual unraveling of my journey and awakening of our third eye manifestations, as in you and I watching this video. So, as much devastation and heartbreaks and disappointments that I had to endure throughout my life, and especially for the past 2 years of my life, having lost everything, having to restart everything over again, the constant struggles of maintaining and balancing my soul, my mind, my heart, and of all my traumatic past negative memories, of all the heartbreaks, like I said, of all the things that I've been through, negative afflictions in my life. It's in the past, but sometimes it still catches up to me. It still haunts me in my memories, and it triggers my mind to running through my mind constantly, and I don't have a choice in the matter. It's one of those things where people who don't struggle with it, they say, oh, it's so simple, just don't worry about the past, just don't think about these things, et cetera, et cetera. But it's one of those things where it's inevitable. You, on a daily basis, on a regular basis, at one point or another, is going to catch up to you. At one point or another, is going to resurface to your mind, and you're inside of the deepest part and fragments of your memories, and it's going to haunt you no matter what, regardless. So ultimately, you have to try to, if you're like me, you have to try to cope with it as best as possible. I'd experienced deaths. I'd experienced so much being raised up in a hood, in a hood life, and being surrounded by toxic people. Once again, like I said, they know nothing about you. So they throw accusations. They think they got you all figured out, but they really don't. People, when they, in an attempt to get to know you, they don't ask you the real in-depth questions. They don't dig deeper into the mind frame and the schematics of your mind, the blueprint of your mind. So people automatically assume everything. They fear of what they don't quite understand. And all it takes is just this one little small thing to turn people off. Like, okay, say an example, etc. If you're a supporter of Donald Trump, if your favorite color is black, or if you're brutally honest like myself, and unapologetic me, I'll always wear my heart on my sleeve. And that's another thing. People don't like, apparently, people who are authentic and real and express their emotions freely without any, I mean, unapologetically me. So I refuse to, and I will never regret who I am. I will never apologize for who I am, for embracing my authenticity. So that sounds like a you problem than a me problem. So with that being said, these people, like toxic fake people like this, artificial people, they don't need a place in my life. They don't need to have a future with me in my life. And they don't need to be successful and glowed up with me in my life. So with that being said, I'm trying to be as positive and optimistic as possible, because the Lodge teaches you all about this power of the spoken tongue, law of attraction, of how, sending ripples of positive energy, it changes the vibrational frequencies of the universe in such a profound way that when it sends its energy and magnitude, it's not only surreal, but it's extremely powerful. So I'm trying to be as optimistic as possible. And just know that you are valued and appreciated by me. So honestly, you can talk to me about anything. I'm always here to talk to you no matter what it is, no matter what time of day it is. You can talk to me just anytime, and I'll always hear you out. I'll always support you. I'll always tell you, what I think is the best advice. I may not know everything, but through personal afflictions of my past, present, as well as future, together we can continue to climb through the journey of life, human existence, and of mortality, and, live the best life possible. And for both of us, obviously, to change our life, to change our ways, our way of thinking, and to constantly, this life is a constant journey of progression and betterment. So that's what we have to do as human beings. We have to come together and take life one day at a time. Ain't none of us perfect in this life, but, me personally, speaking on my own behalf, I try my best to be the closest resemblance to perfection as possible, and trying to, as a gray practitioner, just embodying the black and light into my life, the gray, and finding this equilibrium, So with that being said, you are loved, you are absolutely amazing. And so in conclusion of this video, I have to say that you are loved. If not loved by anybody else, at least you are loved by me personally. And I 110%, I absolutely mean that. That me being brutally honest, I mean, I accept you with a whole heart. And should those of you, whoever, whatever is a part of my life, just know that together we will climb through the ranks of, of human existence, of mortality, and do our best together to change each other, to heal each other, to find compromise, find a common ground, and change this world together, and to share our positive spiritual journey together every day of our life. And that's all we can do, is take life one day at a time. So, and I'm sorry for the people that, like this woman I was talking about, who told me to never contact her again for whatever reason. And I can't figure out for the life of me the psychological reasons and validation and purpose behind the mentality of people like that. It's their loss. That's what I figure. My magic and my light is not meant for everybody to understand. And I will always embrace my authenticity. And honestly, like I always make time for everybody in my life, whoever, whoever I fuck with, whoever I vibe with. That's it.